Now, it's often called the world's biggest car park because of the frequent traffic jams. But when the M25 was finished a quarter of a century ago, it was heralded as an example of engineering excellence.
Now, if you like it or loathe it, the motorway forms a vital part, however, of Britain's road network. Nicola Pearson has been marking its 25th anniversary.
For 11 years, engineers and road crews worked to build the M25. At the time, at 117 miles in length, it was the longest city bypass in the world. It was officially opened in 1986 by the then Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, but not to traffic. Awkwardly, despite the fanfares, drivers couldn't actually travel on it that day because builders had found a fault.
It was a little bit of a damp squib, actually. Unbeknown to a lot of people. Although Mrs. Thatcher officially cut the tape, there were problems. On that particular day, the traffic didn't go over it.
These days, it's estimated at least 200,000 vehicles travel around the motorway each day. For some, it's held romance. 20 years ago, one couple won a prize of an all-expenses-paid wedding. They didn't realise the location was the new motorway until they arrived there.
We didn't actually have the wedding here, but the reception was held up here. They cordoned off a section in a restaurant, poles and red rope and things, and did a buffet for us. All we knew on the night before was that we'd be travelling at 50 miles an hour on our wedding night. We thought, oh, Orient Express perhaps. Very romantic.
On a bad day, it's not unknown for drivers to endure tailbacks of up to 50 miles. But those who try to keep the M25 running smoothly say it does function well most of the time, with thousands of cameras, lasers and temperature sensors feeding traffic information back to control rooms.
I think the difficulty, what people forget, is just the numbers of vehicles that we've got travelling on that motorway at any one time. So even the slightest blockage of one lane, a broken down lorry in one lane, if that's taken away a third or maybe a quarter of the road space, then everything else has got to squeeze into what's left.
Still, the road has its fans, like Lord Gilbert, a transport minister in the 1970s.
I think the M25 performs its function quite well. I am all in favour of people using the road system to the maximum. A well-designed, well-engineered motorway was a thing of beauty.
And it's still growing. It's had to be expanded to cope with carrying 4 times as many vehicles as it was designed for. By next year's Olympics, some sections will have 8 lanes. Nicola Pearson, BBC News.
It's 14 minutes.